Girl, are you all over the place enslaving over your computer day and night, trying to pursue your business, trying to get it up off the ground, just trying to make some moves? If this is you, I'm going to help you figure out how you can start creating a work-life balance, because at the end of the day, girl, we got kids, we have a family, we have people that are depending on us, and we cannot be on the computer and pursuing our business 24/7. If you need help with this, keep watching. So before I get started, the big question is, does work-life balance even exist? The answer is yes and no. It's almost like a juggling act. You have to keep repositioning yourself and keep resetting your behaviors and your habits when you realize that one thing is getting off track or getting off balance. So it's one of those juggling acts where you just have to stay on top of it, right? Now, obviously, depending on what season you are in when it comes to your business, you may be working on different areas in your business a little longer than normal. But if you find yourself constantly working on your business, but you're not moving anywhere and you're not spending time with your family like you know you can, then that's when you don't have that work-life balance. And that's when we kind of need to dissect what's going on so that you can rebalance what's going on in your life. Before I even give you the tips, let me just share what my responsibilities are and obligations so that you can understand, girl, I feel you. I understand the struggle is real, okay? First of all, I have 2 kids that I homeschool full time. I have a fiance that is very I need my girl, I need some loving. You know what I'm saying? So I have a fiance. I obviously have my business. I have household things that I have to make sure I stay on top of. And if you're a mom, you already know, the household stuff just doesn't stop. And if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done, okay? It ain't gonna get done. And then if I dissect my businesses, because I have more than one business, I have a photography business that I have to stay on top of. I have my YouTube channels. I have more than one YouTube channel. I have this one, I have my podcast channel, and then I also have my couples channel with me and my fiance. So all of these different channels that I have to juggle. My podcast as well, I don't know if I mentioned that already, but yeah, I have a podcast that I have to juggle for this business. And then that's not even counting any clients that I'm working with within my business. So I was you. I'm still you sometimes. So I'm not telling you I got this work-life balance perfect and that it is just seamless, because like I said, you have to catch yourself and you have to get back on track when you notice that you're off. But I'm going to share some secrets that I have found has been very helpful in my journey of finding work-life balance. So the first thing is you got to go to bed early and you got to wake up early. And if you're a night owl like me, the struggle is real, okay? The struggle is real, because when you're a night owl, that's when your brain is giving you all these ideas, right? And even if you try to go to sleep, it just doesn't work because you're like, oh my God, I need to write this down. This is such a great idea. But in reality, if you're a mom and you have a lot of obligations, like I have a lot of obligations, because even if your kids are not homeschooled, you have to get up early in the morning to get them ready, get them breakfast, get them to the bus stop or take them to school. You still have that process that you have to go through. So either way, your schedule is probably busy. So you need to get in the habit of waking up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever. Everybody's schedule is different. So you need to get up before everybody else get up. And I don't mean an hour before everybody else gets up. I mean a good 4 or 5 hours before everybody gets up. I found that when I started waking up at 6 o'clock and going to sleep at 9 o'clock, that I got so much more done. And I love the fact that I was able to work on the things that I wanted to work on without having to serve anybody else first. I didn't have to worry about the kids. I didn't have to worry about my fiance. I didn't have to worry about doing no household stuff. I could do whatever I wanted to do at 6 a.m. And I didn't have to worry about waking the kids up or doing anything in reference to homeschool until 10, 11 o'clock. So I had all that time if I wanted to have free time and just meditate or do whatever, if I wanted to work on my business. And that's what I found myself doing. I had my morning hours. Those became my business hours. So by the time the kids woke up and it was time to homeschool, I already did my business stuff for the day. Anything that I do after that is extra. So my recommendation is wake up early. And the best way to start being able to wake up early is to go to bed early. You're gonna have to give yourself some melatonin or something. Like, you're gonna have to force your body to go to sleep early so that you will naturally wake up in the morning and be able to get stuff done. My second secret, and this is a really, really, really big one. I help my clients with this, and every time they actually try it, like, it changes their life, because apparently not everybody does this. But you need to plan your day out in advance. Like, if you're not planning your day out in advance, I don't know how you're getting stuff done. Because what happens is, when you're not planning your stuff out by the day, you're really just going with the flow, and things that pop up in your head are automatically the things that you decide to work on. And you don't want to get into the habit of only working on the things that are popping up in your head. Ideally, you want to plan your day the night before the next day. And the reason why I say this is because when I tried planning the day of, like when I woke up that morning, I would have like a brain fart. Like, I wouldn't remember anything that I was supposed to do that day. And I'll be like, oh snap, what am I supposed to be doing today? And so I would just put down some random stuff. And this is what starts you working harder and not working smarter, because your brain will pop up with the most random things that you need to do, and you'll start doing busy work instead of doing work that's going to push the needle forward. Start planning your day out, preferably the night before, so that when you wake up the next day, you already have a list of what you need to get done that day. Another secret that kind of goes with the last secret that I just said: also plan out your week. I plan out my week every Sunday, so that way for the rest of the week, I know what I need to be doing. And I'm gonna even give you kind of like an advanced tip. What I do is I categorize my days. For example, one day I have a content creation day. So every Thursday, that's the day when I'm actually recording my videos, recording my podcast episodes, and things like that. I also have a content planning day where I'm just planning out my content. That's when I'm creating the scripts for my videos. That's when I'm brainstorming my thumbnails. That's when I'm doing all of the content planning that I need to do to prepare for my video content creation day on Thursday. I also have a post-production day. Post-production is when I'm editing my videos, I'm putting everything together, getting it scheduled out, getting it posted on whatever platform it needs to be on. That's when I'm doing all those things. And then I also have a client day. Technically, I have 2 client days, but it depends. So like Thursday is my content planning day or content creation day, but it's also my client day. So I kind of do different ones because I don't have clients every Thursday. So they kind of switch out. But what you want to do is you want to create categories for your days. So that way during the week, you know how to plan out what you need to do for each day on Sunday when you're planning out everything for the week. I hope that makes sense. Okay, my next secret is time blocking. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to share time blocking. So I was very, very hesitant to do time blocking. I've tried time blocking before, but now that I figured out the right way to do it, that has been transformational for me and what I get done. So the reason why you want to time block first is because, remember earlier when I said you need to plan out your day? When I first started doing that, I would plan out like 20 things for me to do that day. And I knew in my head that it wasn't realistic, but I made myself believe that it was realistic. And I would be so mad and like beat myself up when I would still have like 10 things on my list of things to do today. And I would be like, dang man, I didn't get anything done. I suck, like that. And I would just feel so bad like that I didn't get everything done. When in reality, I wasn't being realistic with what I was putting on my list. So I would have 10 things on there, but realistically, I was only going to be able to get about 5 to 10 done based on the time that it would take for me to complete each task. The reason why time blocking is so big is because it forces you to only put things on your plan for today that goes in a time block slot. So what will happen is you'll plan out what you would like to get done that day. And then I find that time blocking by the hour is the most realistic for my lifestyle. Because when I was trying to time block by the minute, like, oh, I'm going to do this from this time to 10:15, I'm going to take 15 minutes to do that. Then I'm going to go on break from 10 or 11:15 to 11:35. Like, it just it wasn't realistic, because at the end of the day, things do pop up. Like, things happen. All of a sudden you got to run to the store because you forgot you ain't got no milk. Like, just random stuff happens. And so the minute time blocking didn't work, but I will tell you, time blocking by the hour makes a big difference. So what you do is write down your list of things to do the night before. And then the morning of, you write down every hour. And then you write down your cutoff hour. So my cutoff hour is 8 o'clock because I like to be in the bed no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I don't need to plan anything after 8 because I'm technically not supposed to be doing anything at that time. So you write down each hour and then you put in the times that you know you're gonna do something. So I homeschool from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday. So from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, there's like a big time block where I know I'm homeschooling during that time. Now, what I do add into that is I can do admin tasks or like things where they're on a computer doing their homeschool and I'm on a computer doing like admin work or computer work that I can kind of stop and, help them out or whatever back and forth. But then after you have those times blocked out, now you pick the other additional hours and you pick one of the important tasks that needs to be done and you give yourself an hour to do it. Now, if you have like small tasks, for example, what you do is you just put those small tasks within 1 hour time block. So that way, if something takes 10 minutes to do and this one takes 15 minutes to do, instead of writing that out like from 10 to 10:15, just put it in the same hourly time block and just bundle it. But if it's something like editing that you need to do or something that's going to take an hour plus, you want to know, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 hours to do this and now I only have time to do 3 more things for an hour. I have 3 more hours of my time left. This is going to help you realize if you're putting too much on your plate on a daily basis. So time block, okay? Time block. My next secret is sticking to a schedule and girl, you're gonna have to clock out of your business. You need to have a clock out time for your business. A lot of us pursue business or pursue entrepreneurship because we want to be able to work when we want. We want to be able to work where we want and do whatever we want. But when you're slaving over the computer every day, that's not going to work long term. Like, it's not sustainable. So you want a clock out time where you're not working on any more business stuff. Like, this is the time for your family. This is when you can cook. This is when you can have me time. This is when you can do whatever it is that you want to do because you've clocked out. When I wake up at 6 a.m., my goal is to clock out of my business by 12 o'clock. I want to be clocked out by 12 o'clock. Now, in the evening, I may do like responding to comments or like that kind of stuff. But as far as doing like the heavy lifting work, I want to be done doing the heavy lifting stuff by 12 o'clock. So that way I can make sure that the kids have lunch before we start homeschool and, everything else is extra after that. And I try my best to stay consistent. Listen how I said try my best, because it doesn't happen every time. I'm gonna just be honest. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, it's so smooth and I get so much done. What I recommend is you actually write down your obligations and write down what kind of schedule can you stick to, or at least try your best to stick to. So that way you're ensuring that you're getting everything done and you're maintaining that work-life balance. Another secret that I have is you have to give yourself some days off from your business, period. Now, I know if you're in the process of growing your business, it may be hard to give yourself 2 days off during the week. But if you're able to give yourself 2 days off during the week, you really want to do this so that you can just have family time. You can spend time with your kids. You can spend time with your husband or fiance or boyfriend or whoever you have and not feel bad about it. If you want to binge watch some Netflix shows, you want to have a time or a day when you can specifically do that. Because honestly, if you have a busy schedule like me during the week, you're probably not going to be able to watch that much during the week. And if you do, you probably should be doing something else. That's all I'm going to say. But you want to have at least 1 to 2 days off, and you want this day to be the same day whenever you're, doing your business. So right now, my days off are Friday and Saturday because that's when my fiance is off. And I realize that when he's off, I can't really get too much done. My days off kind of correlates with when his days off because it just makes more sense. Because that's when the kids get like really excited. They want to play the game. They want to go places. They want to do things like that. So that's my days off. And then it can change. It just depends on what season you're in. It depends on what's going on. Obviously, there's certain days where you may have to work on those days in your business, depending on what's going on in your business. But for the most part, try to have a consistent day off or days off in your business. And then my last secret, and this is something that I am working on to this date, and this is a part of the reason why, if you haven't seen it already, I am transitioning my name from being the first year business coach to just Lashawnda Smith. I am encouraging you to simplify as much as possible in your business. Simplify it. Do not work on too many things at one time. I know for me, I have a lot going on. I have a lot going on, like if I'm being honest, but I plan on ending quite a few things by the end of this year so that I can get laser focused on the things that I really do enjoy, because I cannot sustain the momentum trying to do so many different things. I am working really hard to simplify my business so that I can be laser focused on one thing. This is part of the reason why I'm deciding to pursue YouTube, because I have a natural love for YouTube. I know realistically I can't do YouTube, podcasting, Instagram content, Facebook content, and TikTok content. Like, I realistically cannot sustain doing all of that long term. And so I chose YouTube as my primary platform. Podcasting is going to be my secondary. So I'm not going to be posting as much on my podcast, but I am going to be posting, like twice a month instead of 4 times a month. And I'm going to be posting 4 times a month on my YouTube channel. And then I'm not even going to worry about Instagram. Instagram is becoming like just my play platform. Like, that is literally going to be my social platform versus trying to build my business on that platform. You need to find out what you can do in your business to simplify as much as possible. Like, if you're spinning your wheels and you're constantly working on all these different things, that's probably why you don't have a work-life balance, and you're probably about to burn out. If you haven't already started yet, it's probably coming. So you want to be laser focused on what the most important things are that you would like to pursue in your business, and you need to start shedding the fat off the sides so that you have less weight and less baggage that you have to keep up with. Also, another thing that you can do as a business owner to simplify your business is lower the amount of offers that you have. You don't need 10 different offers. I know different gurus tell you different things, but girl, you don't need 10 different offers, because you have to promote 10 different offers. You have to market 10 different offers. You have to execute on those 10 different offers. And it would be much better if you can simplify the amount of offers that you have. So work on that, like, definitely. So that's all the secrets that I have right now. That may have been a lot. Y'all got kids. They like to come out the room when I'm recording. That's what it is, But that's all the secrets that I have for today. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Before you go, my question to you is, how have you found work-life balance? And is this something that you struggle with? If so, drop a comment in my comment section below. I would love to have a conversation with you and try to get you together, girl, okay? But until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.